Hello everyone, welcome to this twin flame reading. Welcome to everyone, and I hope you're doing really well. Last time I asked if you would like to hear me do a prayer at the start of the reading. It's the one that I do before all my readings. I haven't really quite figured out how to do it out loud yet, but I am working on it, so I will do it very soon, and then you guys can tell me what you think when that happens. So today I've used 3 decks, 2 tarot decks, one main one clarifying deck, and I pulled out some fortune cards as well. And it's really interesting because there are so many things coming to a close, so many new beginnings starting right now as well, because the world, I believe that the world came out, did it? Yeah, the world came out twice and the Fool came out twice as well. So there's a real feeling of kind of everything coming to an end right now, and the underlying energy is very much new beginnings right round the corner. So it's the Nadi spread for you guys that are familiar with what I do. This side is for the divine masculine, this side is for the divine feminine. These are the union energies in the middle. We've got advice and we've got how both parties are feeling towards the union as well. And I'm very guided to start with the divine masculine this time round. So in his recent past, we have opportunity beckons, and this is just a symbol of him resisting the twin flame union, resisting the pull. I'm really seeing this as like a magnetic element, but he's got his back turned to it, and he's gripping this banister because he does not want to take that jump over the edge. He does not want that new beginning. But you can see that there's a sphere here. I'm feeling like this is a pull from the planets, from the stars, because I can see the stars and I can see this moon. And the moon has been coming up a lot, along with the strength card, which symbolises August time. The sun's been showing up a lot as well. Judgment, loads of things. So what this actually symbolises is when these things, these weren't quite in alignment. Can you see? Because this is aligned with him, but it's not aligned with this. And when it's because those things were not lining up, that's why he wasn't taking up the opportunities that he knew were beckoning him, were calling to him. And he wasn't actually he wasn't following his calling, is what I'm hearing. But when everything does align, because it's a number 4, and 4 is all about stability, alignment, foundations, squares, which is the most stable shape. When everything does align, it'll be a different story, and that's what's starting to happen right now. Remember, that new beginning is coming. Where is he right now? We've got heart chakra, so there's loads of heart activations, and more than that, he is falling into his heart. He's really following his heart. He's listening to what is truly in his heart, his truth. And it's all about, he can't escape it anymore. He can't escape the pull. He just has to turn around and listen to it. He can't ignore what's being said to him, communicated to him, and what he's feeling, all the power that's coming from his heart right now. So he's very much in his heart, and he's going to start following it. Now, what's going to happen in the near future? Well, so many cards came out, and we've got clarifiers here as well, because I wanted to clarify what was going on. He is going to start seeing things from a new perspective. This is the Observe card, which is the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot, and it's very much about surrender, because that's what's going to happen right now. All the resistance that was here in this Opportunity Beckons card, that's going to melt away, because all the fear, when you get into the heart chakra, there's no fear. So he's losing the fear to surrender, and he's going to see that he has no option. And this has been a theme in a lot of my readings. There is no choice for him. There is only one choice. I'm seeing when all these things align, it's going to be, there is only one way. There is only one way to go. There's only one path. There's only one road. And this is all about blossom. This is all about heeding the call. It's all about heeding the call. The time is right. He's going he's going to work with what he's got, because he has this in front of him, and it's going to be the start of a new growth. Daydreams and decisions. This is the card of what I'm really getting from it is going within. It's really looking into, because she's got her eyes closed. This figure's got their eyes closed, and in front of their heart, they are making a shape of a heart. And there's a lot of green here. And from this card, what I'm getting from it is very much going within, following the heart, aligning themselves with the heart. And they look like a nun. And it's very much about alignment, going forward with their spiritual truth. I'm really being shown a lot of the greens that are just prevalent in all of the divine masculines spread. And for some reason, when this card came out, I kept seeing there's another card in the deck which is change your focus, which is the equivalent of the Five of Cups, but it's I wasn't getting any kind of negative Five of Cups kind of sadness view from it. It was very much about change your focus. It just means change your direction of what you're looking at, and it kind of reflects what's happening with the Hanged Man. They are seeing things from a different perspective, and they're starting to listen to themselves and their own guidance. This is the card of the High Priestess, but in this deck it's called Listen. And you can see that her eyes are green, so it's almost like she's seeing things with the vision of love. And it's the vision of love means what is possible if they start to be within their heart, and they're going to like what they see. So this is what I see happening. This is what's taking shape right now. They're getting into their heart, and soon that love that is within them is going to start. It's going to start dictating how they see the world, what they want to do in the world. It's going to colour their desires, their actions, and everything that they perceive. It's going to be coloured, rather than fear, it's going to be coloured by love. It's going to be seen through the filter of love, and that just means completely new possibilities. And it's something that was very much destined to happen. I'm seeing a star. I'm seeing a star in because we're all, everything in our world is centered around the sun. And this is actually, even though it's not the sun card, this is a symbol of the sun. And through the Lionsgate portal, around about that time, because this is clarified by the Strength card, which to me always symbolises Leo the Lion. It's the number 8. The Lionsgate is the 8th of the 8th. And it also symbolises August for me, the 8th month. So this is about heeding the call. The gateway is opening. That's when these new perspectives will happen, and changes will happen, and alignments will happen. And it was clarified by the Six of Cups, which is all about, twin flames, nostalgia. This is the union, and this is the divine feminine and the divine masculine. They are thinking back to all of these positive, and that's kind of reflected here as well. Divine feminine, divine masculine, union. Lots are going to happen, and around about huge shifts are going to happen. And many things are going to start to grow during that Lionsgate portal. So this is a very, very auspicious kind of clarification. And it's just symbolising the shifts are going to be about the heart. They are going to be about the good times of the past, nostalgia, thinking about reunions, relationships, true relationships. That's what number 6 signifies. And of course, we've got the twin flame eternity sign. It's a number 8, which is the sign of the infinity. Anyway, and the Lion's Gate, and we've got transcending fear and animal nature, and an all-encompassing bond. Advice-wise for the divine masculine, we've got another 6. This is the 6 of Pentacles this time, and they're being advised to give away whatever they can in order to make space to receive what's meant for them. So give away what's in their heart and really receive, or be open to receiving all the gifts that are around, available to them as well. This, to me, I really got a sense of opening up to intimacy, because intimacy is all about kind of mingling. It's all about opening yourself up to another person and receiving that other person at the same time. So it's really being open. Don't be afraid of that intimacy, because it's what you truly want, divine masculines, anyway, is what I'm hearing. So go with it. That is, in fact, that is their heart's desire. It's that need, that want, that desire for true intimacy. How they feel towards the union, they are wanting to communicate throat chakra. They are wanting to step into their power. They're feeling so much more empowered. They feel like they want to take the lead. This is the Emperor, and they are stepping out of the shadows into their better selves, their best selves. It was almost like they were a ghost before. They were like this weak, insipid, flimsy kind of really, really not solid, ghost-like presence, but then they've stepped into this, their absolute best version of themselves, not just and really taking the lead and having so much more power because of this throat chakra card. And there's so much blue here. There is going to be a lot of I'm hearing almost commanding stuff, commandments. He's holding this blueprint of a plan, and they're going to really take control of putting that plan into action. They're going to oversee it. They're going to make sure it gets done. Many of them are going to be really kind of working with their guides to actually make things happen. And I'm seeing them really stepping into this divine aura of theirs, into this divine energy, this divine plan. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. They're going to start filtering out all the rubbish from their lives. And they're feeling so empowered, and they're really feeling like, yes, I'm going to go after this. Really stepping into a lot more of a powerful, a positive alignment. That's what I'm hearing with the chakra cards, with the messages that have actually come out. It's all kind of falling into place. The plan is all kind of falling into place, and they're really stepping into it. And I love the fact that luck is in the middle. We'll come to that in a moment, because now we'll move on to the Divine Feminine. Divine Feminines, in the recent past, you got Take the Lead, which is the Three of Wands equivalent, and this is very much about you started to make changes. Those of you that have made changes, maybe you took the lead to go your own way a little bit, to really become independent. You saw what was on the horizon and you decided to run with it. You saw what was possible for you and you decided to run with it, run after it. And right now we've got this Wheel of Fortune equivalent, the wheel, the flow card even. And it's all about being in the flow of what's happening. It's a major arcana. You've actually got 3 other major arcanas here in your part of the spread. Divine Masculine had 1, 2, 3, 4, and you've got 3. I mean, it's just a really important time. But most of the Divine Masculines, the important time is going to come for you guys. It's going to come. It's happening right now as well. It's fated. It's really fated. And I don't know why, but I always feel like this guy is the same guy. I don't know why. But of course he's turned around here. So you have, while as before, maybe you were in this space and you were kind of resisting something, you, in the recent past, decided to turn around to it, take the lead and tackle it head on. This is the star that you've taken into your hand. This is the sun. This is that magnetic force that you were resisting before. And then when you turned around, you discovered how warm and lovely it was. Not a cold repellent thing. It was actually warm and magnetic and lovely. And you used it the right way. Now you are in the flow of that in your emotions, but in your heart as well. Again, aligned. And I feel like this water is almost something that's kind of like grace. It's something that is supporting you. It's a very soothing force. It feels right. It's almost like last time I was talking about like a lubrication. It was something that was making the journey easier, that was oiling the wheels as it kind of turns. So revolution is happening. It's happening right now. You're very much on the way to. The destination is very close. Excuse me. The destination is very close, because in your future, you've got this Embrace card, which is the end of the Fool's journey. It's the end of a cycle. So this it's almost like you're mid-revolution now, but very close to where you need to be. And this is having everything. This is kind of completion. This is a new level of mastery. This is a new level of comfort. It's being really open, really grounded, contented in the heart, a blossoming energy, it's an awakening as well. This is very much a sign of awakening, but living in a certain level of mastery of that awakening. So there is an element of mastery. So things that you found challenging before, they're not going to be challenging anymore. You're going to be open to a lot of new knowledge too, and expect things to get a lot more comfortable. Right now, though, it might be feeling like a little bit of a revolution. It might be feeling a little bit choppy because of the other cards that you've got on either side of this flow card. This is very much about fate. This is very much about things. You are very supported, whether you know it or not. If you close your eyes and you look around, you really perceive, people have got you. People have got, your guides have got you. You've got beings around you to help and assist. But it's very much a time of, your advice is to just fearlessly release absolutely everything that doesn't serve you. Let them die a death. Give them a chance to be recycled. Give them a chance to be reused. Give them a chance to be transformed and transmuted. They can only change if you let go. And I'll leave it there for that. Now we'll go on to how you feel towards the union. This was the main card, the sacral chakra. It's very much about creativity. It's about sexuality. It's about wanting to procreate and really create something new. So it's a very, very, very feminine. It's interesting because the masculine got I get a very masculine feel from the fifth chakra, and I get a very feminine feel from the sacral chakra, the second chakra today. And it's almost like being really, really receptive to the divine masculine. This might be on a very unconscious energy level, but many, many things to do with the past, to do with your ancestry, to do with past lives, other things that you might not, lots of subconscious things are also being cut away. And your beliefs might change about things. This is also something that's happened recently. So perhaps you have a different view on the union, on your divine masculine. I'm getting a distinct feeling that for a lot of you, any negative feelings, any fears, any feelings of aversion have kind of dropped away, and you've got clarity on why things have happened. You've made peace with why he did certain things that he did in a way that wasn't the case before. You also got the Tower in reverse as a clarifier, because I feel like there's a lot going on in terms of how a lot of divine feminines are feeling towards the union. It seems a lot more simple for the divine masculine right now, but for the divine feminine it does feel quite I feel like many of you are almost feeling ambivalent. So on some instances it's really good feelings, you what you would understand as good feelings, and on the other hand it's what you'd understand as bad feelings. So you're kind of a little bit torn. You're kind of being pulled by either side. You're in the middle of this wheel. You see things from both ends, both extremes, and you're being really guided, encouraged to let go of the bad stuff, because you have got the Tower in reverse with death upright as well. It's kind of saying that's the release card upright as your advice. Just really, really go with it. Really go with it, because it might seem a little bit counterintuitive. It might seem a little bit scary, but once you jump off, once you let go of the things, that's when you actually fly. That's when both people, you and once you release yourself and your divine masculine, that's when you actually get to fly. Some of you are still resisting the inevitable, but understand that you do see at the same time it's really scary, but the star is there as well. Dreams come true. So some of you might have to admit to yourselves that yes, there are still aspects of your divine masculine that you really want to be with. So there's resistance. Just confront all of the resistance. Admit your heart's desire. Admit your dreams. Really understand what your dream. And many of you are just understanding your dreams. So for some of you, it's a bit ambivalent. For others of you, it's just really, really positive how you feel towards your divine masculine. So really go with the love, really go with your purity. You can be giving at the time as well. This is very much about abandon, not reckless abandon, but just a very trusting, pure, what's the word I'm looking for? Surrendering to the situation, surrendering to the divine kind of abandon. That's what I mean. So for the union, recent past, we've got dedicated effort, which is the 8 of Pentacles equivalent, and I'm getting a real sense of apprenticeship. Lots of things were being learned. They had to be learned, but there was mastery in there as well. You were learning to become a master. You were practicing. Practice is what I'm hearing. Practicing. You also got temperance in, both people got, the union got temperance in reverse. So it wasn't quite ready to be balanced. It wasn't ready for that. There was a delay for that coming into balance. And I'm really seeing, I don't know why, but in the cups, I'm seeing this infinity sign, because this is obviously like an 8, and these are 2 cups. So I'm seeing that 8 of cups reflected in these cups in the temperance card. So the dedicated effort was in order to become balanced. It's in order to it was that movement of the water being moved between the cups. I'll come to this card later. Where you are right now for the union, we've got the 3 of Pentacles. This is, again, I'm hearing another element of, it's like a next level of that apprenticeship. There's still more learning. There's still more give and take. There's still more balancing out. There's still more movement. You know, triangles are shapes of movement. A chakra in the body is a minimum of 3 subtle nerves. Nadis, this is the nadi spread. Crossing in the body, and it's all about points of movement. And again, we've got the 5 of Wands. This is transformation, lots of change. And we've got the world. It's about the end of something. So the end of an old way of being, it's creating lots of change. There's a lot of unrest, things are having to be sorted out. And for the 3, you're having to come to a point where you can move with it, with the flow card, and really get where it is that you need to be, find that balance. So that this temperance card, it's getting balanced. It's definitely getting there. And this is the linchpin of the reading. I asked for 1 fortune reading card and we got luck. You are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. So know that you're coming to the end of all of the suffering and all of the fighting. It's an end to all of that conflict and disalignment. All of these people, they should be working together, but they're not. They're fighting. So it's an end to all that disalignment, because very soon they will be working together. And they are going to be like stairs getting you somewhere else. There's 5 people here as well, and they're actually all elevating this one person in the middle. So all of this seeming disorder and conflict and fighting and chaos and discord, in actual fact, it's all there to get you where you need to get. But all the suffering and pain, it is coming to an end, because Lady Luck is on your side. And everything is really, really well starred for the future. And the future, we've got rest and reconsider, and we've got the moon. The moon has been coming up a lot, and I have been seeing this very much as more things coming to light, coming to a head. Until what I'm really feeling from this is that it's going to be a time for people to rest and reconsider, up until the full moon, which is coming up. We've just had the new moon. We've got a full moon coming up. And it's really a time to let things settle and come to a natural balance in the energies of the union right now, because it has been such an important time. So right now, during the time of the Lion's Gate and up until the next full moon, it's a time to rest, reconsider, recalibrate, really take care of yourself, because it's okay to gather your strength, because at the bottom of the deck, for the main deck, we've got the Fool card. And do you know what? Three other cards did want to show up briefly. We've got Seek, which is the Hermit, and that's the card of September mainly. And we've also got the base chakra that wanted to come up. And it's very much all about going within. These people all have their eyes closed, going within, finding your own truth, and really, really grounding all of these changes, finding stability, because it really is a time of change. So do your spiritual practices and help ground yourself. And then, oh my gosh, okay, so two cards wanted to show themselves from the bottom of the deck of the fortune cards as well. We've got the Fool showing up again. Have the courage to embrace change, take risks, be adventurous. And also Birth. Universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. This is just all about new beginnings. It really is the start of something new. You're going to be in a completely different place, completely different world. Again, 2 cards wanting to be shown. 3 cards. Oh gosh, 4 cards briefly. Okay, enough. So, at the bottom of the deck of the clarifiers, we've got the Queen of Wands. This is all about new starts manifesting. And again, I'm hearing, this is very reminding me of the Strength card, the Lion's Gate, because of the little cat and the lady. And you can see how she's tamed the lion has turned into this little domestic black cat. And she has turned from the innocent little virginal maiden to she's the queen now. So it's about manifestation. It's about knowing your power, sitting in your power, taking control. Walking away from everything that makes you sad. Walk away from those things, and that's what's happening. Moving away from the old, unfulfilling things, because underneath that you've got the 9 of Cups. You've got the real dreams to be followed, and that's as you follow the guidance and alignment of the moon. And then underneath that you've got the 2 of Cups right there. The Lovers, the union. It's there. In terms of it's well started. It's going to happen. It's saying. In terms of timelines, we all know that divine timelines, when they say stuff is going to happen right now, it's going to happen really soon. It doesn't always have to mean that. People are on different timelines as well. So this is a general reading. Take what resonates. I really hope that you found it helpful. And I will be back. I know I don't do readings too often. If you're new, you have to understand. Don't expect me to do readings every single day, all the time. This is just because I'm being very, very called. I do these on the fly. Before I go, I just want to say a huge, huge, huge thanks to everyone who's donated as well. I will be giving everyone some personal responses just to say thanks over the weekend. And I will be doing some special Divine Feminine prayers for everyone today as well, later this evening. So I really, and this is my deity that I will be doing it to, the Divine Feminine from my ashram. Loads of love, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye.